Hello guys, this is Jerry speaking. Welcome to a year after Jim Lehner's death video. Now before we begin this death video, I'd like to discuss that I was supposed to be taping this on last Saturday, but unfortunately after discussions of what's going to happen next, I was very depressed and stressed out for the start, and I feel like things are going downhill last Tuesday because of some difficulties I'm having last Tuesday, and plus I just got back from a game show hosted by Alex Paris, who was released on my birthday, which is I'm looking forward to that. But of course, it'd be huge for me. But nonetheless, let's get a project done. Let's get a project ready for a year after Jim Lehner's death. And then we'll start this right now. So we got, shall we? So we got James Charles Lehrer was an American journalist, novelist, screenwriter, and playwright. Lehrer was an executive editor and news anchor for the PBS NewsHour PBS, and was known for his role as debate moderator for during the U.S. presidential election campaigns, moderating 12 presidential debates between 1988 and 2012. He authored a number of fiction and non-fiction books that drew upon his experience as a newsman, along with his interest in history and politics. He was born on May 19th, 1934, in Wichita, Kansas. His mother was Catherine Nee Chapman, was a teacher, and his father, Harry Frederick Lehrer, was a bus station manager. His personal grandparents were German immigrants. His material grandfather was J.P. Chapman. Wow. A personal permanent church of Nazareth figure. He attended school in Wichita, middle school in Beaumont, Texas, and graduated from Thomas Jefferson High School in San Antonio, where he was a sports editor at Jefferson Declaration. He graduated with his associate degree from Victoria College and a bachelor's degree in journalism from the Missouri School of Journalism at the University of Missouri in 1956. After graduating from college, Lehrer joined the United States Marine Corps and served for 3 years as a ferry officer. He traveled his service and traveled with helping him to look beyond himself and feel a connection to the world they would not have otherwise experienced. Career begins in 1959. Lehrer began his career in journalism at the Dallas Morning News in Texas. Lehrer worked as a reporter for Dallas Times-Herald, where he covered the assassination of John F. Kennedy in 1963. He was a political columnist for several years, and in 1968 he became a city editor. Wow. Lehrer began his television career in KRA TV in Dallas, Texas, as an assistant executive director of public affairs and on-air host and editor of a nightly news program. In 1972, he moved to PBS in Washington, D.C. to become the public affairs coordinator, a member of the Journalism Advisory Board, and a fellow at the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, CPB for short. He worked as a correspondent for the National Public Affairs Center for Television, or Impact, where he met Robert McNeil. In 1973, they covered the Senate Watergate hearings and the revelation of the Watergate tapes broadcast live on PBS. The coverage of the hearings would later help led to be an inspiration of what eventually became the Robert McNeil report. McNeil-Lehrer report, excuse me. Lehrer covered the House Judiciary, Committee's impeachment inquiries of President Richard Nixon. In October 75, Lehrer became the Washington correspondent for Robert McNeil Report on 13 WNET New York. 2 months later, December 1st, 1975, he was promoted to co-anchor, and the program was currently renamed the McNeil-Lehrer Report. In September 1983, Lehrer and McNeil relaunched their show as the McNeil-Lehrer NewsHour and was renamed the NewsHour with Jim Lehrer following McNeil's departure in 1995. The program was named the PBS NewsHour in 2009. In order to remain ingestionally, Lehrer chose not to vote, which I agree of. Lehrer underwent the heart valve surgery in April of 2008. In April 17th, 2008, allowing Ray Suarez, Gwen Eiffel, and Julie Woodruff to anchor the seat until Lehrer's return on June 26, 2008. Lehrer stepped down as anchor of the PBS NewsHour on June 6, 2011, but continued to moderate the Friday news analyst segments and be involved with the show's production company, McNeil-Lehrer Productions. Lehrer received several awards and honors during his career in journalism, including several Emmys, the George Foster Peabody Broadcast Award, a William Henry White Foundation Award for Journalistic Merit, and the University of Missouri School of Journalism's Medal of Honor. In 2004, he was awarded the honorary Doctor of Journalism degree by McDaniel College. Professional debate moderator. Lehrer was involved in several projects related to U.S. professional debates, including Debate of Destiny documentary in 2008, which features experts and exclusive interviews with many of the presidential and vice presidential candidates since 1976. Nicknamed the Dean of Moderators by journalist Bernard Shaw. Lehrer moderated 12 presidential debates between 1988 and 2012. In 2016, Lehrer served as on board of the Commission of Presidential Debates, CBP for short. The last debate that Lehrer moderated was the first general election debate of the 2012 election. He originally sworn off moderation at a debate after 2008. However, the CPD, something like that, proceeded, and he accepted as we is interested in the new format. The debate was held at the University of Denver and covered the monthly policy issues. Lehrer's performance as a moderator, in which he was very allowing the candidates to exceed the given time limits. We see mixed reviews, which he received criticism for the slanted enforcement in the time rules and open-ended questions. His approach also received praise for letting the candidates have some control in the debate on their own terms. Here are the debates moderated by Jim Lehrer. September 25th, 1988, presidential Democrat are as follows: Michael Dukakis and George H.W. Bush, the Republican nominee. Independent nominee in 1992 of October 11, 1992, Bill Clinton, George H.W. Bush, and Rob Perot, the late Ross Perot. And October 19th, 1992, same thing. Bob Dole and Bill Clinton, 1996. Sunday, October 6th, 1996. First, October 16th, 1996. Vice presidential debates are as follows. No, October 9th, 1996. Al Gore, John Kemp. And October 3rd, 2000, you got all the presidential debates were as follows. From October 3rd, 11th, and 17th of 2000, Al Gore, George W. Bush. September 30th, 2004, John Kerry and George W. Bush, and September 26th, 2008, Barack Obama and John McCain. October 3rd, and finally October 3rd, 2012, which, by the way, Barack Obama and Mitt Romney. By the way, I hate him for that because he disgraced Jim and Carol because the one he said about I love you and I love Big Bird and I love you too. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? This guy is an idiot, you know? Mitt Romney, you know, I just hated this guy, you know? When it comes with disgrace about PBS, my childhood shows at the time. But anyway, personal life. For 6 decades, Lehrer was married to Kate Lehrer, who is also a novelist. They have 3 daughters and 6 grandchildren. His father was a bus driver whose bravery operated a bus company. Lehrer was an avid bus autonomist, a hobbyist, and a collector of bus memoranda, including depot signs, the driver caps, and anti-toy buses. As a college student in the 1950s, he worked as a trailways ticket agent in Victoria, Texas. He was also supported the Pacific Bus Museum in Williams, California. Wow. And the Museum of Bus Transportation, Hershey, Pennsylvania. Excuse me. Lehrer was a public writer and authored numerous novels, as with several plays, screenplays, and 3 personal memoirs. His book, Top and Down, was a novel based on the events surrounding the Kennedy assassination. His last play, Bell, was produced by the National Geographic Society as part of their 125th anniversary celebration. He died at his home in Washington, D.C. on January 23rd, 2020, from a heart attack. He was 85 years old. There's a lot to explain from Lehrer. When we come back, we will talk about my experience, how much he died, and how much I talked about it a year later. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Jim Lehrer 1 year later death video. Remembering Jim Lehrer. When I discovered his death on the internet, I was dropped my iPad instantly while I was in the bathroom, and I was in shock to death. And then afterwards, I talked to David on Push Your Luck, and after this, I was going to tell David on the post when I wrote on Facebook stating that you don't need to replace me on Danny, so, and that's why I figured I need to take some time off for the day for LHBM because of what happened, the tragic day on January 23rd, 2020. So, I don't know what's going on recently. So, and basically what it is, folks, when this tragic day happened, I lost my mind right now. When I watched Robin on TV, it really got the point. He changed a little bit. And in 2020 of December, he also been changed a little bit, bits and pieces. But, that's just me. During that time, Jim was a inspiration for me. And I remember one time that Jim sent me a graduation gift beside Robin. So when Jim told me, "Way to go, Lou, Jim Lehrer," I put that down in my room, and from my room to my computer room, to my living room, in dedication to Jim, because that way I can know what happened on this tragic day. so that way he can know about it and how much we love him and everything. And of course, before I was getting ready to turn 25, I just feel like, how the hell did this thing happen? But the thing is that when 2 days after this death happened, I feel like, oh god, do we need to be bothered by this crap? Which I won't talk about in this video. But then I feel like it just doesn't feel like this at all. But then the 26th day, and I feel like calm happened. I just don't want to talk about what's going on recently. And the tragic death of the helicopter crash was the shittiest day of my life. And I know this for the fact that I just got calm. Why the hell do we have another tragic day? Do we need this? No. No, we do not. And it's been that way for. I don't want to be do not have another Hawks like I did to Robin Williams, okay? But years after that, because I did, but years prior to that, I did not. During that time, I disliked some videos prior to Kobe Bryant's death because it didn't happen in my life, period. And I don't feel like I have to talk about the Kobe Bryant passing during that time because I'm more focused on the tragic events to Jim Lehrer, period. Because I'm lost for words right now because of what happened to Jim. So, and David's watching this right now. Please don't say "and Kobe Bryant" again, okay? Because that makes me sick to my stomach when I heard the tragedy of the 26th. Again, period. The end. I don't want to hear it anymore, okay? But anyway, off of the 27th right now, when I came back from work and Travis told me, you'd seem mad. I'm like, no, I was sad because of the loss of Jim Lehrer. It was a tragic day, 23rd day, and plus I wasn't in the mood with the 26th day because I wasn't at the time I wasn't mad, nor having a thing like I did to Robin Williams at all. I was being serious when it comes with this 26th day. Saying that needs to stop right now, immediately. But then, February came during LGBT month. That's when I celebrated the anniversary of LGBTM. And when I celebrated LGBTM's big anniversary on February 24th, that's when I wanted to make this tragic. Make the Jim Lehrer dedication day in honor of the LGBTM anniversary, the 14th year. And 13th year at that time, so that's what it was. And this year will be our 14th. So there you go. But then 2020 of March came, and that's when it became downhill on my side of things. Then June of 2020, I just recently got on vacation to Florida for the first city in a row, or 2 cities in a row. Went to 2 cities in Florida for taping of There Are Always Kids We're Gone 2, our biggest vacation adventure, parts 1, 2, and 3. But thank God, and also in March, that's when things also became downhill because of COVID. Why is that? That ruined Jim's legacy for me. And plus it never and thank God it ended soon, you know? I just want to finish making the upcoming movie, you know? because I just want to focus on the movie. Plus, I just want to get this thing out of the way, and that way more easier. And in October, I went to another city in Florida. It's called it was another city. I don't know what it's called, but we went there to celebrate Taylor's birthday, and I don't know. It was near by my friend Chris Robin's place in person for me to celebrate Taylor's birthday, and he's already turned 24, and I haven't saw Chris yet because of it, and that's why I went to the beaches and all that good activities, and plus it was a cold, Florida day, damp day, when I went to swim in the pool. It was a good part 4 film nonetheless. Plus I did some videos nonetheless. Then some positives about what happens next. I did a Bob Show review on no. Actually, I just came back from Bob's Show in 20th September. But before I get to Bob's Show on Patreon for $5 a month, I just came back. I just donated for Papa Roads for the first time during my hiatus from my Patreon account, because I was inactive for Patreon since 3 years past, and I feel like it was a right time to me to come back to do Patreon after a 3-year hiatus. And then a week later, Bob's Show emailed my mom and said, do you want to donate $2 or $5? And I said, $5 is enough. So I said to Bob, thank you for being so positive to me. And then during that time, it was Riftember when I watched it, and it was great fun for me. And I've seen most of Riftember videos, except for the fact that I've seen during the Oz and Patreon exclusive review, Riff at the time, and one of the rips, because that's one that's like copyrighted footage from YouTube at the time. I've never seen that yet, but I'll get a chance to get back to it some other time, but that's just me. As for Rivuary, I'll get back to those as well. But then again, it was all different for me for HBM. Then in October, I went to, then parts of October, I just went to on vacation, so it'll be more different. Me to finish up writing the script for that upcoming News Hour movie, which would be huge for me. Because in December, I have a huge gift that has already been planned. This Jim Lehrer snow globe, along with a Jim Lehrer t-shirt, 1934 and 2020. That way nobody can see that. Make me see Kobe Bryant 1970 something-ish to 2020 bull crap at all. That way more easier. And that way nobody can see that for me. And then another Jim Lehrer merchandise for me is a mug from Neil Lehrer News Hour of 1990. So I got that, and then ever since then I drank the mug. Ever since, I love it, and that's where it all began for me to drink this News Hour mug, and that's how I got inspired by Robin and Jim, Dainbow, and Bob and Raven. They got me hooked to make films, TV shows. But now, after looking back at it, a year ago, I lost one of my inspirations. When he passed away like that. Oh yeah. When he turned 87 this year, and boy, let me tell you, I'm just lost in words right there. I haven't done any projects with Jim at all, with the exception of just a few projects. I wasn't gonna do emo Jim Lehrer this year, but it got canceled. since Jim Lehrer's death because of difficulties and late delays between and issues with me, Robin Raven. Plus, my baby was shutting down and everything and that way. And then until Jim's death came, that's where I decided to cancel emo Jim Lehrer altogether. And that's why I talked to Robin Raven. And then Mom emailed them and they said $2 or $5. And they said, let's say $5. And I said that's why I told him that I'd be back in my own roots together. So yeah, I just got back and feel like it and just get on my own ways. So yeah, I just want to do that. So yeah, I just feel like it. You know, it just be it that way. You know, make LGBT a successful filming career for me for nearly 14 years. We gotta make a documentary for Vimeo, and that way more easier. I gotta make a documentary first for YouTube because it will be more easier than that. Then, as for YouTube editions are concerned, we'll just see what happens. Coming soon, I may do YouTube editions of videos like the anniversary documentaries and things like that. I haven't done the videos like do you remember the Billy Movie video? We gotta do that sometime around soon. 2022 is when I'll release some of the content on YouTube. We'll see what happens, especially Part 3 movie when Billy and I see each other in person. That's coming in 2022. We'll see what happens. But, you know, that's just me. I have gotta do any more plan. I have no more updates for you guys on what's gonna happen next, but thankfully what's gonna happen. But thank you for watching a year after Jim Lehrer's death video. I hope you enjoyed this, but recipes to him a year later. Stay tuned for the next video, which is going to be a brand new episode of Friday's Logistics 2095 episode 323 to celebrate not only Alex Paris's 25th birthday, but also a celebration of my dad's 62nd birthday, which I'm planning to celebrate his birthday on the 29th, which is small. He will be turning 62 on Monday, so be on the lookout for that, and hope it'll be the best. Till next time, so Joseph, goodbye, peace out, baby. Get more videos, guys, very soon. Till then, Joe saying out. See ya.